Across the world, music and song are central to the identity and spiritual status of cultural groups. Generally, music shares emotion, whilst the words sung tell the story behind the creation of the song. In many ways, music serves as a cultural gauge, giving insight to the popular beliefs, norms and aspirations of societies. Southern Africa has a vast heritage of music and dance resources, these being intrinsic aspects of ethnic history. In South Africa, a provocative culture of liberation songs has evolved around the struggle against apartheid and racial domination. The meaning and significance of these songs have remained a mystery to the vast majority of whites, since they do not have command of an African language. Numerous basic songs have been part of the liberation scene for many years now, and are timeless in their ability to be adapted ad hoc to incorporate new political messages and slogans. A remarkable feature of these songs is their popularity. All age groups, from the very young to the very old, appear to have been imbued with the words of these songs. Participation is total, every word seemingly charged with energy. Sadly, though, if one is to assess the spirit of the liberation struggle by the messages contained in their songs, the results deny emphatically the potential for peace and reconciliation in South Africa. Perhaps most startling of all recent events was the confrontation at Bishu on Monday, 7th of September 1992. 60,000 ANC demonstrators marched on the Ciskei border, which was defended by a mere 500 Ciskeian police and soldiers. Two and a half minutes of automatic rifle fire left 28 dead and hundreds wounded. A tragedy of immense proportions, and second only to the Sharpeville shooting in 1961. Given the history of political violence in South Africa, could this massacre have been avoided, or was it inevitable? On Tuesday, the 8th of September, leaders and representatives of the groups within the liberation struggle attended an in-situ wreath-laying ceremony to commemorate their fallen comrades. After the last wreath had been placed on the tarmac, a minute's silence was called for, followed by what one might call the Song of the Oath.
Mr. Mandela, can you tell us how you feel visiting this spot at this time?
It is a very emotional moment for us. That those who are fighting for democracy, for peace, for love among South Africans, should be mowed down by those who fear democracy.
Peace, democracy, and love amongst South Africans are fine words in English. But the Xhosa words of the just sung song just don't tally. How does one who speaks Xhosa and English explain away the contradiction between what the people sing from the very depth of their hearts in Xhosa and what is declared or volunteered in English? Port Elizabeth Main Street on the 5th of August 1992, and a hearty rendition of what one might call the Song of the Axe. Being basically a repetitive refrain, this song lends itself to periodic adaptation. Many liberation songs indicate little or no tolerance of opposition politics. In fact, if you oppose the ANC or its allies, their songs say you have a very good chance of dying. Uitenhage, 24th of February, 1990. The violent words of these songs are sometimes accompanied by the burning of the enemy's flags and effigies or photographs of their leaders. The peaceful setting of Grahamstown was the venue for a march to protest against police detentions. The march was attended by many local dignitaries and university personnel. Visually, it appears doubtful whether some of the students knew the words of this song. The 25th of February 1989 saw the funeral of Stompie Sepe take place. There was no clear evidence of political affiliation amongst those in attendance. However, the negative, destructive messages of these songs appear to have become central to the political perspective of the vast number of those who have been drawn into the mass action campaigns. At what point, one wonders, do people actually start believing the words of the songs they sing? If the songs are seen as being heroic by nature, are they not more readily accepted as a form of reality? During her stopover in Cape Town, Mother Teresa offered her perspective on our violence.
And to make it easier for us to love one another,
He said,
whatever
you do to the least of my brethren, you do it to me.
Whatever you do to the least of my brethren, you do it to me.